Earlier this month, it was the 10-year anniversary of the release of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, for many people regarded as the greatest game of all time. Something I still got to get around to play, and I don't really have a strong opinion on it one way or another. What I've seen looks intriguing, but it's never been intriguing enough for me to dive in. But I won't hold that against anybody to have the position that, yeah, this is the greatest game ever. I've heard a lot of stuff about it, okay, about the great and high quality of the side quests, the voice acting, the character work, it being a really good adaptation of the source material. Every accolade that you can go ahead and foist upon it, this game has received that and everything else, okay? It was a landmark, tentpole, whatever other hack description you want to throw over the top of it. It was a big deal. It was a big deal back then, and it still is a big deal right now, and it really put Projekt Red on the map, because at that point in time, I remember the build-up to that release, okay? Everybody remembered fondly The Witcher 2, it was very well received. It was quite a step up in quality from the original game, which, might outrage a few, PC enthusiasts, but, yeah, that original game is a little rough, and that's why its remake being made by Bad Wolves is probably something that is very much overdue at this point in time. It definitely needs some quality of life improvements. But yeah, The Witcher 2 and it making its console debut really took the Witcher IP to the next level, and then The Witcher 3, just kind of put it right there on top and made Geralt a household gaming name. And yeah, CDPR was on top of the world in 2015. And here we are in about the midway point of 2025, and let's just say the reputation hasn't quite shone as brightly as it has a decade ago. And while we could take a walk down memory lane and you can see all of the lovely stuff that they have, to think that that's a picture taken from 2015, we are just really stuck in a cultural rut, man. Because if you didn't put a date to that picture, I would just think, is that like a studio right now? But there would be a couple of identifiers there. There's not nearly enough women for this to be a AAA studio, okay? And knowing current day CDPR, yeah, I bet you most of the people that are up there on that stage don't currently work at that studio, but the ones that do, bro, and the ones working there, there's a reason that CDPR in today's day and age has a reputation that they do, because The Witcher 4 is not woke for starring Ciri, according to the Geralt voice actor. Actually, yeah, it's you got a point, okay? Just because it has a female protagonist doesn't mean it's woke, but his defense is kind of fucking stupid, because Doug Cockle says fans should read the damn books. Well, yeah, we could go ahead and read the books and realize that Ciri, she could never complete the Trial of the Grasses, because no woman ever has, because it's far too strenuous. And yeah, if you go ahead and consult the books, well, Ciri is a very important character. She's very strong and very, without irony, a really empowered woman. But she's not a Witcher in the books there, Doug. Witcher 4 starring Ciri does not make the game woke, according to Geralt, voice actor Doug Cockle. He said in an interview with Fall Damage, it's just stupid for anybody to think it is. Now, we could take a look at the track record of CDPR and the people working on the project and go, no, that's the reason why it's going to be woke. I would love to be wrong, and I hope for the sake of the fans of the franchise that I am, and everybody else is, and everybody reading between the lines. But okay, he said the Witcher fans who think this way might want to read the damn books, referring to author Andrzej Sapkowski's work that serves as inspiration for the game series. Or yeah, hey man, if you want to take it another layer deep, just go ahead and read Elric novels, and you could actually get the real source material. But I digress. It's not woke, Cockle said, reported by IGN. There's nothing woke about it. Ciri is a cool character from The Witcher, and they're going to focus on that character, and that's awesome. Yeah, it could be. She's just not a Witcher, though, bro. But CDPR confirmed that she is, so I don't really know how you square that circle. Okay, it's a term, yeah, I'm sorry, we're not exactly sure how Cockle might define woke. It's a term, yeah, thrown around without any specific meaning after all. Yeah, and that's why, describing anything in today's day and age, well, especially within the past year or so, as being woke, it's just, it's a very shallow interpretation, because if you can't point specifically as to what something is in order for it to qualify as being woke, it's really useless. Like saying, let's just keep it in the realm of gaming. Like Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. It's not bad and it didn't flop because it's woke. Like it's a horrific game from top to bottom. Like its mechanics are washed out and generic as hell. Its character writing is atrocious and grating. And its disrespect to established characters is off the charts. None of that is specifically woke, and it failed for very pointed reasons. So, if you just simply want to define something as woke because you don't like it, I mean, kind of level 1 thinking, and we're kind of past that at this point in time. But anyways, after a trilogy of games starring, oh yes, Geralt was exceptionally successful, Cockle said, "We've seen the end of Geralt's journey." Okay, adding that he celebrates Ciri and the fact that she's the protagonist of The Witcher 4. If you read the books, you'll understand why Projekt Red went down this avenue. Yeah, and also if you read the books, you might realize that there's a bunch of stories that you could still tell with Geralt, but don't worry about it, it's fine, it's not woke. Cockle said about choosing Ciri as the protagonist. There's a whole rich world of stuff to explore with Ciri, and that's why they didn't do it when they put her into The Witcher 3, because the story was about Geralt, but she hints at it. If you think it's woke, read the damn books. They're good, first of all, and secondly, you won't think it's so woke anymore. The Witcher 4 kicks off a new trilogy of Witcher games that will span 4 through 6. Oh, fantastic. All of these games will be released within a 6-year window. I doubt it. After The Witcher 4 launches, because, yeah, we're just celebrating the 10-year anniversary of The Witcher 3, and we still don't have a definitive release date for The Witcher 4. But, yeah, we've got 3 total and 2 more games to come out within 6 years. I doubt it. I significantly doubt it, mostly because, well, CDPR, it's a pretty big studio, and especially after the success of The Witcher 3, they were able to take on more lofty material that lacks the same amount of source material, and a game that, at the time of release, really dented their otherwise sterling reputation. We're talking about Cyberpunk 2077, and I know a lot of people, now after the Phantom Liberty ended up releasing, and it's got, its full slate of DLC, people think, and I've heard it said, that it's quite a good game now. They kind of burnt that bridge at the beginning and were very adversarial, so it's probably not one that I'm going to dive in on, unless, of course, it gets like a deep discount, and I've gone through my extensive backlog that I still need to play, so yeah, just saying, it's not exactly high on my list of things, but this just shows you, at least to me, this is just how out of touch these people are who are writing this stuff. Mike Pondsmith reveals Projekt Red Cyberpunk 2077 sequel will feature Second City, describes it as Chicago gone wrong. I mean, okay, you're trying to tell a cyberpunk story, which is interesting. It's a very cool and unique dynamic and aesthetic, and you want to set it in something analogous to the real world. Boring. And then to also point out the incredibly obvious, you think modern day Chicago is something that's gone right, and you want to do the mirror image of that? Okay, that's definitely a take there, my Polish friend. Mike Pondsmith, the creator of Cyberpunk tabletop RPG, which was adapted into Cyberpunk 2077 by CDPR, shared new details about the developer's plans for a sequel. During the appearance at Digital Dragon Conference in Poland, Pondsmith shared, "Last week I was wandering around talking to different departments and seeing what they have. I spent a lot of time talking to one of the environment guys, and he was explaining how the new place in Orion, because there's another city we visit, not telling you anything more than that, and there's another city we visit, Night City is still there. And I remember looking at it and going, yeah, I understand the feel that you're going for with this city, and it really does work. And it doesn't feel like Blade Runner. It feels more like Chicago gone wrong. Yeah, I can see this working. Huh. All right. Interestingly, Pondsmith's comments come after CDPR's associate game director Paul Sasko revealed that the first game was not dystopian after he had visited multiple cities in California. Rare-based CDPR moment during an appearance on the Answered whatever podcast. Sasko said, "Being from Europe is like interesting. I sometimes feel like I'm in a camera and some other reality and just observing and taking snapshots. Like I remember us traveling a couple of times to, Los Angeles, California, working on Cyberpunk. And when we did the game, we shipped it, and I didn't even know traveling thing when I'm in the United States, I see that we didn't push the envelope far enough in some places. For instance, look at the homeless crisis, and so on, and look at it, and we weren't far enough with 77, and we thought that we were like a dystopian, but just touched the surface. All right, then, maybe you're taking it up a notch. That's fantastic, okay? Maybe Cyberpunk 2078, whatever the fuck you're going to call it, okay? Whatever the sequel is going to be, is going to actually be a completed and bug-ish free game upon release. That's great. You just have to go quite a far way to win back public support for this, because your competitor studio, where a lot of the people that worked on that seminal title that gave you all of those accolades, that gave you that name recognition to begin with, working over there at Rebel Wolves, they're working on a game that legitimately looks great. What is it, Daywalker? That was a good-ass trailer. Not a lot of gameplay, very good cinematics, very good atmospheric setting that's right there. It really looks on brand for the type of game that they have been known to create before, as opposed to, no, shut up, series games gonna be great because it's not woke. Well, we've seen what you put out before, especially games off rip, and to say that you're capable of doing anything great, gotta press X to doubt on that one, my guy. So, best of luck to CD Projekt Red. You're gonna need it. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.